Oh my God, Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are dropping absolute bombs about Hollywood's biggest names going completely off the grid. Trust me, this is the kind of juicy drama that'll have your jaw on the floor.
Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way.
If Trump wins, that F6 client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Definitely everybody and did this and everyone. And then we're like, well, how do you know? He's like, I read. Doesn't really mean anything.
Speaking of shocking revelations, let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres, honey. Diddy's bestie has literally vanished into thin air since this whole Diddy drama exploded. And get this, she's completely transformed herself. I'm talking total makeover status. The latest buzz? She was spotted at some tiny pub in England, looking like a whole different person with a new hair color that had people doing double takes. Now, while Ellen's camp is trying to sell us this story about moving because of Trump's win and America's current state, we all know there's way more to this story. The real tea? It's those deep, dark connections to Diddy and all those secrets she's desperately trying to hide. And with Trump promising to lock up all these deviants, well, no wonder she's running for the hills.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Look, in some shocking and sad news for the 74 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump, former talk show host Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have fled the US and moved to the UK in the wake of the result, telling friends that the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation, that they've settled into Cotswolds, a rural town in south central England.
Let me spill some more tea about Ellen and Diddy's relationship, because, honey, it's raising all kinds of red flags. Now that Diddy's empire is crumbling like a house of cards, people are looking back at all those times he appeared on her show, bragging about those wild parties while Ellen just sat there, giggling away like she didn't know exactly what was going on behind closed doors.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. Have you been to his parties?
But here's the gag. Ellen's got her own skeletons in that designer closet. People are digging up those old clips faster than you can say "be kind," showing her true colors with guests. Remember that iconic moment when Dakota Johnson called her out for lying about that birthday party invitation? Chilly, that was just the beginning. Add in all those stories from former employees calling her the meanest woman in Hollywood. Talk about a plot twist from her whole Be Kind brand, and hold on to your seats because this tea gets even hotter. Back in 2016, Ellen posted this super suspicious birthday message to Diddy, listing all his names. You know, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, but then added this cryptic little nugget, Cuddle MC Snuggle Stuff, followed by, you don't need to know why. I mean, what? At the time, everyone was confused, but now people are connecting some seriously disturbing dots to those allegations about Diddy. But wait, there's more darkness lurking beneath the surface. People are starting to dig into Ellen's romantic history, and what they're finding is chilling. Both of her late girlfriends allegedly passed under some pretty suspicious circumstances. And honey, people aren't buying the bad luck story anymore. Word on the street is she was trying to silence them because they knew too much about her shady Hollywood dealings. And guess who supposedly helped cover it all up? Diddy himself. The plot thickens.
Your feet are gonna have blisters. You're gonna be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
And speaking of tragic endings, let's talk about something that's breaking everyone's hearts. The Steven Twitch boss situation. Y'all, this conspiracy theory is wild. People are saying Twitch wasn't just Ellen's DJ and friend. He allegedly stumbled onto something major. We're talking about a disturbing clip supposedly connected to one of Diddy's infamous parties. The theory? Once Twitch knew too much, he became a target. And now that Diddy's supposedly singing to the feds, Ellen's name might come up, exposing her alleged role in this whole mess. No wonder she's hiding out in England. And can we talk about Elon Musk throwing shade at Ellen? When someone tweeted about her fleeing the country, Elon dropped just one cryptic emoji. And trust me, when Elon Musk gives you a one emoji response, it's not for nothing. He's clearly hinting at something major, and Twitter is absolutely losing it. But hold on to your wigs because this drama train isn't stopping. Guess who else might be tied to Diddy's dark secrets? Oprah. Yes, the Oprah Winfrey. Word on the street is that the feds have already called her in about those infamous parties. And what's Oprah's response? She's reportedly fled the country too. Sure, her team's trying to spin it as avoiding Trump's re-election drama, but honey, we all know better.
You are welcome. I bless you in removing your child from the big school, because my number one priority is the safety and well-being.
Now, you might be wondering how someone like Oprah got mixed up in all this mess. Well, let me tell you, those rumors about her attending Diddy's wild parties have been swirling for years. And let's not forget her connection to Harvey Weinstein. Those photos of them cozying up together are resurfacing, and people are asking some serious questions about what she knew and when she knew it.
To some breaking news now. New York's highest court this morning overturning Harvey Weinstein's 2020 conviction. The court finding the judge at the landmark trial prejudiced the ex-movie mogul with improper rulings, including a decision to let women testify about allegations.
Let's dig deeper into this Oprah situation, because it is messy. Everyone supposedly knew what Weinstein was doing behind those closed doors, but Oprah just kept promoting his projects like nothing was wrong. And the way she stayed quiet during his scandal, Chile, that speaks volumes, especially when she had this massive platform that could have helped those survivors so much sooner.
No matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend.
And don't even get me started on that whole John of God disaster. Oprah was out here calling him a miracle worker, only for him to be exposed as a involved in f***ing. Like, how did she not see through this?
Yes, let's talk about John of God, João de Deus in Brazil, and Oprah. And I'm just gonna say Oprah has introduced a lot of cult leaders to America, like Keith Raniere, like John of God, and like many others.
This endorsement didn't just scratch her reputation, it took a sledgehammer to it. People are asking some real questions about how much she actually knew about his crimes.
Todos nós somos médiums.
Everybody is a medium who practices good, and we are all children of God, and each person has their mission.
But wait, there's more tea to spill. Remember Oprah's $40 million girls' school in South Africa? The one that was supposed to be her legacy and safe haven for young women? Well, just months after opening, the most horrifying allegations came out.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007.
The school's matron, Virginia Makobo, ended up facing 14 charges of sexual misconduct against 6 girls. Oprah had to fly to South Africa herself to handle this mess, firing people left and right and calling it the most devastating experience of her life.
Forbes magazine estimates Oprah Winfrey has given a whopping $400 million to education. And one of the causes closest to her heart is celebrating a milestone.
This is a huge one for her. In an exclusive interview with ABC's Juju Chang, Oprah talks about the emotional and sometimes very difficult journey.
Now, let's spill the tea about Leonardo DiCaprio, because this is juicy. According to Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, Leo has fled to Italy, and the timing, suspicious. Right when Diddy's life is falling apart, Leo conveniently jets off with his latest young girlfriend. And honey, people are not buying this vacation story. They're calling it exactly what it looks like, a getaway plan.
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number 1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Yes, without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the White Park.
The connection between Leo and Diddy runs deep, darling. We're talking all the way back to 90s Hollywood, where they were absolutely inseparable at every major event. And those infamous white parties? Leo wasn't just another face in the crowd, He was Diddy's #1 invite. That's right, he was the VIP of VIPs in Diddy's inner circle. And now, all these old photos and videos are resurfacing, showing Leo right in the middle of everything. His team is desperately trying to downplay his connection to Diddy, claiming they haven't spoken in years. But please, the timing of this Italian vacation is about as subtle as a rhinestone in a wedding cake. People are whispering about Leo's, let's say, interesting dating preferences. I mean, here's a man pushing 50 who hasn't dated anyone over 25 in years, and now everyone's wondering what really went down at those parties. With Diddy potentially facing serious charges and possibly looking to cut deals, Leo's name could be the next bombshell to drop. Remember, Diddy's trial is set for May 2025, and Hollywood insiders are already bracing for impact. This isn't Leo's first rodeo with scandal either. Remember that whole 1MDB mess? He got tangled up with Malaysian financier Joe Low, who allegedly embezzled billions. Leo had to give up some pretty fancy party favors. We're talking a Picasso and Marlon Brando's Oscar. Now it looks like he's using the same escape playbook for the Diddy drama, but the plot thickens even more. Guess who else is making a swift exit? Ashton Kutcher. Word on the street is that he and Mila Kunis are planning to move to Europe, conveniently far away from all this drama. Now, you might not immediately connect Ashton to Diddy's mess, but honey, their history runs deeper than the Mariana Trench. These two go way back to the early 2000s, starting with MTV. They even ran the New York City Marathon together in 2003. And those high-profile events and white parties, Ashton was a regular. Now that Diddy's behind bars and the feds are digging through everyone's dirty laundry, Ashton's quiet exit is looking mighty suspicious.
He was so upset over the fact that he got skunked on this run. That year, he decided to run the New York Marathon. And so he just started immediately training.
The internet is doing what it does best. Receipts are coming out. There's this clip from Ashton's 2019 Hot Ones interview where he gets all awkward and giggly when asked about Diddy's parties, saying there was a lot he couldn't tell. I mean, could you be more obvious?
Our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table.
As if that wasn't enough drama, Ashton was already in hot water this year for those letters he and Mila wrote defending Danny Masterson, their former That 70s Show co-star, who was convicted of serious crimes. The backlash was so intense, Ashton had to step down from his own anti-child abuse organization, Thorn.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either.
And now the rumor mill is working overtime about Ashton and Mila's marriage. Some say all this Diddy connection stress is putting major strain on their relationship. Their reps are calling these rumors ridiculous and false, but their decision to lay low and supposedly leave Hollywood has everyone's eyebrows raised to the ceiling. The internet is showing no mercy to these celebs trying to escape the heat. One user went straight for the jugular, saying, "They're not moving, Ellen is running. Americans don't want you here, Ellen. Take Oprah, Meghan, and Harry with you. We're done with evil." Another commenter dragged Oprah, saying, "Oprah is neck deep in all of this, from Weinstein to Diddy, come on." The streets are talking, honey, and they are not letting these celebs off the hook. So what do you think? Are these just innocent moves, or are they running from something bigger? Drop those thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more piping hot tea straight from the streets.